Assalamu alaikum. How are you all? I hope you are having a wonderful time. In today's class, I'm going to concentrate on the aspect of animal communication system. Till now, we were focusing on the human language and we did not touch upon the most important part in the area of linguistics, and that is animal communication system. I would be venturing on the comparison between animal communication system and human language. If you look at the whiteboard, I have written animal communication system. Till now, we were covering those components which were related to human language. Now, I'm going to elaborate that how animal communication system differs from human language. If you look at this, animal communication system belongs to animals as opposed to human language. Human language belongs to human beings. Human beings. So it means that human language is species specific. But when you refer to the concept of language, it does not imply that other species like animals do not have any mechanism to communicate. They certainly do, but on the basis of certain tools, and these tools are something on the basis of which we can identify a considerable difference between animal communication system and human language. Now, what are those features on the basis of which we can draw a clear boundary line between animal communication system and human language? That is something we need to understand. So, if you look at the whiteboard, there are two kinds of species that we can identify with regard to the logic and concept of communication system. Language is used for communication system and animal communication system is used for communication amongst the different animals and species belonging to the classification of animals. Animals certainly hint at the source of food. They have certain dances in the form of bees, and there are other tools with the help of which they interact, but their communication system differs considerably from human language. And what are those features and what are those characteristics on the basis of which we can see that difference is something I'm going to explain. So let's see. I'll enumerate those features one by one. Number one, animal communication system is instinctive, or more precisely, it is inherited. Now, what does it mean? It means that animal communication system is genetically acquired. Now, when you say genetically acquired, it means that it is something inherent. You cannot expect from an animal that he is going to alter his communication system because it is not something culturally transmitted, or this communication system is not supplemented or augmented by the surroundings, rather something that you acquire from your parents. So that's the first feature. The second feature, not conditioned by geography. Now, what does that mean? That animal communication system is not conditioned by geography. It means that whatever animal is there, be it lion, cat, dog, birds, their communication system remains static throughout the world. If a bird is in America or in the UK or in Pakistan or India, the communication system of the same bird will remain static, it will stay intact. There would be no change between the communication system of a cat in Pakistan and a cat in India or any other country. That's something one cannot relate to the concept of language, because in every country there is a specific language spoken, and that language is used for the purpose of communication. So that's the second feature with the help of which we can see a difference between animal communication system and human language. What is the third feature? There is no grammaticality. If you look at language, in a language we have grammar, we have syntax, we have semantics, pragmatics. We start from the individual distinct units, discrete units in the form of phonemes, then we move towards morphemes, words, word formation processes, and then we move toward phrase structure rules. Then our next step is towards syntax. After syntax, we plunge into the ocean of semantics and pragmatics, and then the next destination is discourse analysis. But this is something you won't find in the animal communication system, because this system is not run on the basis of any grammar. There is no grammar in this communication system because it is not language. Rather, there are certain signals with the help of which animal communicate: facial expressions, sounds, hums, groans and grunts, with the help of which animals communicate with each other. So that's the third feature. Let's discuss the fourth feature. Obviously it is. It is a repetitive system. Why it is repetitive? Because animals throughout their life, till their life, they would always use the same communication system, and they are not going to modify or extend it according to the new situations. And that is not the feature of human language, where extending and modifying the language is quite inevitable. This is something one can easily identify with regard to the communication system of animals. Animals' communication system is not descriptive system. You cannot describe it. You cannot divide it. You cannot go for the segmentation of the system. Rather, it is something very much static, and it is repetitive. You repeat it. The animals repeat the same communication system regardless of the geography or situation. So these are the features on the basis of which one can identify a considerable difference between the animal communication system and human language. So this is for today's session. I hope you are having a wonderful time. Stay updated, stay tuned, and I will see you in the next session, inshallah. Thank you very much. God bless you all.